Hello, Sanbonani. Welcome to Gym Grace Gains. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Yes, so today I just wanted to explain some gym terms that I thought maybe you would want to know. That might help you actually easily follow along when it comes to my videos and everything. If you're a new fitness bunny, you're a new fitness enthusiast or whatever. um, yeah, so some gym terms that you've actually had um, people at the gym mentioning and everything. So I just wanted to explain them. And yeah, so before we get into it, please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video as well. And yeah, so please do that, like do it now so that you do not forget. So the first uh was sorry, the first term I wanna explain as a set, which is just a group of repetitions performed without resting. So if you see me looking down, I've just written down some notes. So I'm just I'm just checking my notes. I'm just checking my notes. So I said it's just a group of repetitions. More like yeah, it's more like around, like if you're doing squats, for instance, if you're doing squats, how many sort of like how many rounds of squats are you going to do? Oh, I'm gonna do 10. Oh, I'm gonna do 4. Yeah, well, that's exactly what it means. And then we have a rep, which is short for repetitions, which is just like actually the number of times you have continuously done that exercise. Let's say, for instance, if you're doing squats and then you say, oh, I'm going to do 10 squats. Those 10 squats that you're doing, that actually your reps, if you say you're going to do 10, I'm going to do 15. It actually means uzozenza squats is enough. And so when the squats is 10 is 15. Yeah, how many squats are you going to do? That those are reps, the repetition shorts for your repetitions. And then we have a muscle groups. We have a muscle groups. You have lats. Lats are your back muscles that are usually located on the side of your back. And then we have your traps um, that are usually located between your back and your neck and your neck. Your traps. Uh, these muscles that are located between your back and your neck, they kind of help with the shoulder movement and everything. And then we have a bicep and your tricep, which are the muscles on your arms. And then we have glutes. If you have had me mentioning this, glutes are the muscles on your legs, the muscles on your beauty. Yes. And then we have quads, which are the muscles on the front of your thigh. And then we have hamstrings at the back of your thigh. And then we have the calves. The calves are just the guts. Yeah, those muscles, the pecas and the calves. And then some terms that are written down. We have a PR. A PR. I just wanna make sure my mic is still on. We have a PR. PR stands for a personal record, which is used a lot in strength training, where a person is like, oh, my PR, I've gotten a new PR, which is more like, oh, like yeah, it's the personal record. They have never, usually they have never lifted that much weight. Usually they have never lifted that much weight before, so it's like, oh, something new. Bulking, which is mainly used in bodybuilding. It cycles to describe trying to focus on your diet to gain a muscle a muscle mass. Bulking when you are eating in a calorie surplus. Yeah, well, so you are eating either way, like you've decided you're gonna eat a diet that consists of high protein, high carbs and all that, so that you can increase your muscle mass and strength. And then cutting, which is the opposite of a bulking, um, where you are restricting a calories or you're eating in a calorie surplus, in way not calorie surplus, in a calorie deficient. Yes. And then you have deloading. Deloading means when you are actually what do I write here? When you actually decrease the volume of the amount of weight that you usually use, and then that's what you do when you're deloading. You decrease the amount of volume when it comes to weight that you usually use, or yeah, you can deload using. You decide if you usually use like 10 kgs on your squats, and then when you deload, you can do like, okay, let me do like 7.5 kg, or let me do like 6 kgs. Yeah, well, that's when you deload, and then you decide, okay, I'm just gonna increase my reps, so I'm gonna keep my reps high. And then the other term that I've written down, a drop set. A drop set, it's a training technique that is designed to maximize potential hypertrophy or a muscle growth. It involves a set of a given exercise until failure, then reduce the weight or resistance that you're using. So yeah, it's usually when you do a drop set, you, let's say for instance, if you're squatting and then you're using 10 kgs. When you do a drop set, you either on the next set that you do, you're gonna drop the weight, the 10 kg that you were using, use a more lighter weight, mhlawumbe uthathe a 5 kg or a 6 kg, and then you have another set where you actually drop all the weight totally, and then you just use your body weight if you want. That is called a drop set, where you actually continuously like drop the weight that you're currently using while you're still doing the exercise that you want to do. um what what did I write down? A spotter is usually someone that comes and assists you that yeah, a spotter, it's usually the person that kind of like comes and helps or assists you with when you're exercising, especially when let's say you're squatting, like you're doing those power squats, and then you're not sure of the weight, but you're trying to challenge yourself. Yeah, and then you really know, Gucci, oh, I can only do like 5 without any assistance, but I wanna challenge myself to like 10 reps. So you kind of like bring in a person that's going to help you. Yeah. And then what did I forget to mention? Okay, superset. Superset is when you actually perform 2 exercises without any rest in between, and then when you do two exercises without any rest in between, and then you have a triple set. It's when you do 3 exercises in between, and then heavy compound exercises. I think this is important. Compound exercises, it movements that require multiple muscle groups working together to complete a rep. Um, EE exercises compound exercises involve like squats. They're usually like they are compound exercises, squats, because you use muscle groups, as it means you use your glutes, you use your quads when you're squatting. You also use your upper body muscles when you're squatting. Even your core is engaged, so a lot of your muscle groups are at work. So that is a compound movements. And then when you hear about the um, isolation exercises are movements that target a single muscle group. Those like exercises like your glute bridges, your hip curls, your donkey kicks. Those are exercises that we usually use to isolate the glutes. Those exercises, they use muscle group A1 when you're working out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. Progressive overload. Progressive overload. Progressive overload is a method of strength training that advocates for a gradual increase of the stress placed on a muscle, gradually boosting the interest of your workout. So when you progressively overload, that's when you actually increase your weight, the frequency, or the number of repetitions in your strength training routine. So when you progressively overload, for instance, what you do is you actually want to make sure that you do not use the same amount of weight that you were using when, let's say, for instance, the last time you worked out, um, last week or whenever. So, so sorry. So that's what you do when you progressively overload. When you progressively overload, you want to make sure that you continuously challenge your body, challenge yourself using increasing your weight, increasing your rep, even changing like the style, changing your tempo on how you work out and all that. So that's what you do when you progressively overload. You continuously challenge yourself. You continuously put your muscles under pressure. Like you continuously, put your muscles under pressure, under tension, so that you can actually stimulate a muscle growth, because that's how your muscle grow. That's how your muscles are actually gonna grow. That's how you're actually gonna gain, like make gains. If you're trying to work out because you're working out to gain muscle. I hope whatever I'm trying to explain is making sense. Because I'm trying to see if do I have any other times that I wanted to mention that I did not. Um, no, no. I guess I have mentioned everything that I wanted to. That I wanted to. Yeah, all the terms that I think are important. I've mentioned. Um, recovery. I don't think I did mention recovery. It's when your muscle needs time to repair or adapt after a workout. Um, that's exactly what it means. A rest. Yeah. Usually like that's what it is, and your muscle kind of like grows when it is at rest. Yeah. So you go and do the work. You go and do and train and train and train, and then you come back and rest. You kind of like give your muscle time to recover, which is why it's important to not work in muscle groups, to not work the same muscle groups every day, to kind of like split your workouts for to split your workouts with different muscle groups for each day. Yeah, so that when you're working this muscle group today, um, the next day you decide, if I'm working upper body, if yesterday I worked on lower body, then the next day I'm working upper body, because I'm giving the lower body the lower body muscles to actually time to recover, to rest, and then time to grow. Yeah, but while I'm now working on my upper body. Yeah, but and then the next day, so it's important to actually give your muscles time to actually recover, time to rest, so that they can grow, so we can rest and recover. Um, so that's all for me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your time. Please share any comments that you have, like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Yes. If you truly want to see this face again, if you truly want to see me again, truly want to see this face again, please do so. Please subscribe, turn your notifications button on. Thank you. Bye.